You're on another one today.
Dude, I am on one. You want to hear about high-quality podcasting? This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, get your notepads.
Yeah, I think high-quality podcasting has a double entendre there.
Double entendre.
High quality.
Yeah. Spell entendre.
You spell entendre. Yeah. Nobody here can spell entendre.
Touche, sir. Touche. And the chess match continues. Real quick, plug your social media and any upcoming shows you got, so I don't forget to tell you to do that at the end.
At Clay Does Comedy. I'll be at Apotheosis tomorrow, the South City Showcase, and I'll be at Crack Fox downtown the 21st, I believe, of February, and St. Louis's Funniest Competition at the Westport Funny Bone on March 5th.
Enzo Comedy. Doing comedy as Enzo. I have no shows, but if you want to follow me on social media, it's Enzo Comedy. And if you want to come out and watch some fun comedy, come out to the Westport Funny Bone every Wednesday for the funniest competition. We're doing that through the end of April to crown our champion for 2025 St. Louis Funniest. So come out. It's going to be a good time.
Good time. Good time.
It's a good freaking time, bud.
Thought we would change it up a little bit because you guys have been on the podcast multiple times a piece. But we meet once a week, just for the viewers at home. We meet once a week to kind of like catch up and pitch some ideas, pitch some sketches, pitch new premises or like goals, set goals and stuff like that. So I thought it would be kind of fun to just record one of these meetings.
Sessions. These masterminds.
Is this going to be like behind the best?
Behind the best is the worst.
The best of the worst. No, I don't know. I don't know. I did one with Jack the other day, and it was like we did some, questions from the pod, but most of it was just kind of like talking about, I don't know, catching up and like just having fun. And it's like there's nothing wrong with that as well.
I like to think we do a lot of that already.
Yeah.
Catch up and have fun.
Catch up and have fun.
Never mustard and have fun. You gotta only catch up and have fun.
I mean, if you would like to leave, that's fine.
No, I was having fun until he started talking.
So, you want to? I came up with a couple ideas for shows, and I wanted to pitch them off of you guys and see what you think.
Sure.
And then, hey, you could pick the best one, and then there we go. We're on theme.
Real quick, before you start, can I say my idea?
Wait, are you being serious?
Okay.
I am being very serious. Because I completely forgot about...
Can you shut the fuck up quick. For a second so I can talk?
That reminds me so much of... It's a good plan.
Well, here's the thing. I completely forgot about this idea until you just started talking. So before it goes away...
pitch it.
You don't want to write it down?
Maybe no. I have.
This better be the best idea I've ever heard.
It's a pretty good idea. I have an idea for a show, comedy show, normal comedy show, but all of the audience members have to have a kazoo in their mouth during the show.
Why don't you take a lap there, bud?
I think I should take a lap, look for investors, because that's a really good idea. You know, like a kazoo? That's kind of fun, right? You want to tell your idea?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I had 3 ideas. The
kazoo, I mean, because you know what a kazoo sounds like?
I'm aware. It sounds like kazoo.
Yeah. It just sounds like a buzz noise. Like it just, yeah.
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 And imagine one person hits that kazoo. And it's just like a bunch of kazoos.
So I've seen videos where people they put kazoos in their mouth and then they like hit each other in the balls and then it's like, like that.
Now imagine that trying to hold in a laugh, right? Because anytime you make
Because that's what makes great comedy is when people hold the laughs in. That's what you want.
They're not going to hold
why
in
all
the
my
laughs,
shows
but
are
like
great.
anytime
Nobody laughs.
anytime somebody
There's-
laughs,
They think I'm so funny.
anytime someone's laughing at the show, you hear a kazoo. So many more kazoos are going to go off. It's just bless you.
What if someone has to sneeze in the middle
You
of
can
the
remove the kazoo. The kazoo's
It
not
just shoots a
mandatory.
kazoo into the back of the head of
I'm not
somebody.
a kazoo Nazi. I just want people to just make a.
They're strapped in like a ball gag. So all right,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I think if we have, I think if we have a show where everybody has a kazoo in their mouth, it would be very funny. And you watch, it's gonna be kazoo crazy, the kazoo crazy comedy case. That's it.
I don't like that.
All with K's.
Yeah, you want the KKK showcase?
Yeah.
All right, maybe the marketing could change it up a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
But
Why doesn't everyone just wear a white hood to the show? Too?
Yeah.
everybody can bring their own cross. No.
Okay, well, that's interesting. That's what we do here, folks.
That's
we
the thing about
pitch-
ideas.
Hey, there's no bad ideas in here. We're all just pitching, warming up for the big
Yeah,
game.
That's all right. It's a good thought starter. I'll
We're
say
having
that.
we're
It
having
was
a catch.
It was
we're
a
having
good,
a catch.
It was a good thought. Got the old arms warm. You know?
Okay.
Haven't been this close to a good idea since I used to play in the
Yeah.
major leagues.
Since I was in the show.
It was in the show.
No. By the way, he did not say that. I
No,
just
I
said
know.
that.
That's just like
Anyway. Anyway.
Yes,
um,
your idea.
So I had 3 different ideas. The worst one that I came up with,
Wait,
and I think it
Do
has.
you have any ideas? before-
Holy shit!
I don't. I'm
You
gonna
know
let-
what?
I'm
This
gonna let
reminds
Aaron
me.
get this
No.
up.
You know what? This reminds me of last Saturday. So for weeks he's been talking about that Asian girl that does the weird dance.
Oh
you know what
my
I'm saying?
God.
You know what?
That
He
was-
keeps bringing up. There's an Asian girl on TikTok. Don't pull it up. We don't need it. It doesn't matter.
I'm not a TikToker.
No, but it's on Instagram too.
Okay.
And he's like, I can't find it. And then one day I found an Asian girl doing a weird dance.
Uh-huh.
So I sent it to him and I was like, is this it? And he goes, no. 2 days later, he sent me the exact same video and was like, I finally found it. And I was like, I just screenshotted what he had said and sent it to him. And was like,
Yeah.
what is happening right now?
Yeah, I was under the influence when you said that, and it's just I couldn't.
There was a couple free beers and cigars at that
Yeah.
charity event we had.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this guy's
Ride
an
the
idiot.
lightning.
He doesn't know what I'm looking for.
This guy doesn't know Asian dances.
How wild is that video though? She's so bananas. And is that the same tempo that you were talking about with the song when you were learning in school? Because that's what I was really.
That has nothing to do.
What's your sound like? It's like ta ta ti ti ta, right?
Yeah, but it was even slowed down from that. It was just like ta ta ti ti ta. You would just do that, and then that's how you learned rhythm. Is like they would teach it to you like that. It's much faster.
Well, yeah, she's got a little groove to it because she's dancing, but it's the same exact.
This is pointless.
I'm gonna be so disappointed with this. I already know.
Hold it up to the mic at least.
That's what I was looking for. I spend a lot of time looking for that, like an hour at least.
Yeah, so just so everyone's aware, it was the exact same video that I sent him, and it had nothing to do with my original thought. So
Okay.
So my ideas for a show.
Yep.
Swear. So my ideas for a show.
I'm not gonna stop.
All right.
I'm not gonna stop it.
The worst one I had
idea.
was I want to do something like a comedy casino. Like imagine a roulette wheel, but instead of the ball landing on, black 7, red 14, whatever, it lands on a topic.
Okay.
And then you have to make a joke out of it, and people can, maybe people could donate to the Cash App, and if the comic does it right, they get the pot, but if they do it wrong, they lose that money or something like that. Like that could be fun. I mean, I understand we'd probably get into
Yeah.
gambling
I was
laws
saying,
and
gambling laws probably
zoning
apply
regulations.
there. I don't think
But
you
I
can-
mean, if it's a charity auction, you could just call it that. Because charities can have casino nights, and you know what I mean. They don't have to get a permit from the city.
Yeah.
So there's something to
Talk to-
that, or the comic is on stage. Because the reason I bring this up is Rick is a
Gambling addict.
no.
I don't know.
He worked at a casino.
what
He's like a legit certified state regulated like dealer of blackjack,
Oh.
craps, roulette.
What an interesting guy.
Yeah,
He
he's
is-
he's a jack of all trades.
He is a gambling addict.
No, he's not a gambling addict.
He gambles for a living.
No, he doesn't.
House doesn't gamble.
You got
The house wins. It doesn't gamble.
I mean, let's play poker. That's 50-50, right?
You're on another one today.
Dude, I am on one. You
You
want to hear
are-
about
you're-
high quality podcasting? This is it.
This is
Ladies and gentlemen, get your notepads.
Yeah, I
Get your
think
notepads
high
out.
quality podcasting has a double entendra there.
Double entendre.
High quality.
Yeah. Spell entendre.
You spell entendre. No way. Nobody here can spell
Touche,
entendre.
sir. Touche. And the chess match continues. No, but he knows how to do all that stuff. So like he could be good at I thought like a blackjack showcase, right? Where you go up on stage, he deals you 2 cards. You have to decide whether you're going to hit, which means like hit me. And then if you don't hit 21, you get an extra 4 minutes. But if you bust, you have to leave stage right then. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know, it could be fun.
That'd be fun.
In a weird way. Like, you can find a way to make
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fun.
Like,
Roulette,
casino-
craps. Craps would be great, you know? Like rolling the dice, and if your dice land on, you just get a craps table and you put like different.
Or make like humongous dice. Like huge,
Yeah.
like comical dice that you have to roll around.
That'd be fun too.
That'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
really fun.
Yeah, so that's the worst idea I have. The
Yeah.
second idea that I have is 3-course comedy, and I was thinking about doing it at Katie's down
Okay.
there because I think I could make this happen, where when the host is on stage, they bring out like a small appetizer. You know what I mean? When the feature's on stage, they bring out like a side dish that maybe.
Sorry.
This is your moment of zen with Clay Beyersdorfer.
Let's do our sponsors. Our
Yeah.
ad reads.
But then the headliner is obviously the main course. You
So
know what
they're
I'm saying?
eating the entire time the show's going on.
Well, I mean, it's not weird to have a dinner and a show.
No, I
like
get
that was
that.
like but when you
Is that
it
not
gets
the most
weird
distracting
when you do a
thing?
dinner and then a show because people can get tired. You know what I mean? You
I
eat
get
and then
that.
you sit there and you get
But
sleepy.
imagine dropping a main course when the headliner's up. It's a little distracting.
Yeah.
But see, that's what
You're
I like about Katie's.
Hold my food.
Katie's is a fancy restaurant. Katie's isn't fucking Bucky's where they're gonna be like fresh brisket on the floor. You know, they're not calling out
They do.
order
They're not
47. Like it's not like that. It's a restaurant where the servers are trained to like slip in quietly, place the meal down, take off. You know what I mean? Like comedy clubs serve food all the time.
I think you're just explaining comedy at a restaurant.
But I'm saying have it directly related to where like the somehow the appetizer is tied in to the host.
That could be fun.
The-
If you knew the host or
The side dish, side salad is somehow turned, have the comics talk with the chefs beforehand and let the chef kind of get a vibe of you.
Could you imagine a comic just talking to a chef? What the fuck do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Get
Two
the
of the
fuck
most
out.
brain damaged people coming together.
I thought you were my coke dealer.
I want
Get out.
I want meatloaf, but could you shape it like a penis,
Yeah.
please?
You know, it'd be
I got a bit I want to do.
You know, it'd be a great podcast. It would be a late night podcast, only recorded at like 1 a.m. and it would be between comedians and line cooks.
Oh yeah.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Cooks and comedians.
Cooks
Let's
and
do
comedians.
it. Let's
1
set that
a.m.
up.
Oh.
I know the cooks.
That would be so fun.
I know the cook, dude. I know the cooks at Katie's Pizza. A lot of them are definitely better at Spanish than they are at English.
Oh.
And that's why I started Duolingo. Is because we used to hang out when Katie's would close, and they'd be down there, and I'd come back from doing shows, and they'd all be down there. Me, Rick, Mario, like there's a whole bunch of dudes, and we could hang out and they were all talking Spanish, and I was like, fuck.
Don't tell me Rick knows Spanish.
No.
I was about to say, fuck, who is
No,
this
but
guy?
he's from Florida, so like he kind of just
he
like
gets it.
He probably doesn't even know it.
Yeah,
like he's
it's
just
it's like,
oh,
you know
wait.
what's fun? You know what's fun is that they like we all hung out. It was a great time. There's a huge language barrier, but a lot of it is kind of like grunts and like body language, and then a pretty girl walks by, and you'd be like, and it's like it doesn't matter where you come from.
Yeah,
You're
that's
like
the same language. That's universal.
That's universal.
Yeah.
You look at another guy and go like, and he's gonna be like, oh, where is she? So 3-course comedy, that could be fun, and then the last one is actually 2 parts. I want to film one with either the 3 of us, where we go and do one of those paint and sips.
Love that.
You know what I mean? Where you get drunk and try to paint like a thing. And I'd like to record us doing it, but then I would also like to set up a showcase where if you pay extra money, you sit close and you can paint the comics on stage while they're up there. So it's like you
That would be
you
so
give the
funny.
comics the option when they sign up, be like, okay, hey, do you want to be painted? And if they do, they have to stand in a position while they do their set so everyone can try and paint it. And then you have the headliner, you reverse it. He's painting while he's on stage doing his set. And then at the end,
that one,
No.
you lost me there.
no,
Yeah.
I guarantee you could do it because it doesn't matter how it turns out. It doesn't matter how the painting turns out. It can be as shitty as humanly possible. But if it's with a good set, it's still art. You know what I mean? Like, and people that love art are going to want it. And it would be fun to then sell that off and be like, hey, whatever people want to buy for this painting, you get to keep it.
Okay,
I would just leave it at
the first part.
the first
The
part.
first part is
Yeah.
really great.
People painting the comedian, they don't even have to be in a position.
They
Just
just
be like, hey,
paint the comedian.
you get to paint the comedian. You get to take home a picture of. You can get a picture with. I don't know why. Whatever. As soon as you started describing this, I thought of Dan Soder, but you can get a picture of Dan Soder while painting a picture of Dan Soder. Like the juxtaposition of that.
If you
would
think
make-
I don't already have that
Yeah.
above my fireplace,
But like or whoever, but yeah, once you add the, I don't think the comedian painting the
No,
audience
but the
would
first
work.
idea is really good
The
idea.
first
I'm
part,
doing
yeah,
it.
would work.
So here's the thing.
Well, okay.
So here's what I would do is that you can take out a canvas that you've already sketched on. You've sketched your drawing of what you want to do, and then as you're sitting there doing your set, you're just kind of like lightly like filling it in with some paint.
And they just have to watch you paint while you
Well,
halfway tell your set.
You're not halfway doing anything. You're
like trying to-
halfway painting.
It's like trying to juggle until you're set. Like
No,
that's-
it's not. You're acting like it's the hardest thing. It's watercolors.
Okay, let's do this. On one of the podcasts we'll record a paint and sip, and you'll see how focused you're going to be. And I want you to tell me your bits while you and I are painting.
No, because you have to, obviously, if you're a comic, you're not a painter. I'm not asking painters to do comedy. I'm asking comics to do painting.
Yes.
All right? Comics are going to focus more on their set than they are on the painting. And if they're not, well, then that's on you because then that's a bad set. You got to
Okay.
figure this out.
Well-
but it makes it more fun for the audience. And then at the end of the night, you auction off the comics painting. And it's a good way for somebody to make a little bit of money because if you had a great set and then you have the big reveal of what your painting is at the end or whatever, people are gonna like it's basically a callback to a joke or not.
I see your image, and I like it. I think it would just take a different set of skills for a comedian to be able to pull that off well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But let me go back and compliment the first idea again because it's a really good idea. 1, 2, the comics get to choose who drew the best one. That's also a fun competition. And then the comic just looks at all the ones, and it doesn't have to be like a headline or anything. It could be just like a fun showcase at a paint and sip. It could be like you reach out to a paint and sip. It's a comedy night. You split the door, whatever. And then they provide all the utensils. We provide the entertainment. Now, is it boring just to draw a person standing on stage? Because these people aren't artists. So there's probably going to be like a very stick figure. So is there something else that they can draw? Maybe they can draw ideas of your bits around you because I mean, you could probably draw somebody pretty quickly on jeans and a t-shirt, right, and a stand, and it's not
okay.
Gonna
So what if we pre-printed pictures, black and white pictures of like just like simple sketches of the comic. So it's like while they're sitting there, like just the comic's face. So it's like while they're up on stage doing it, people are like painting the comic, but then they can add stuff like of what they talked about or whatever.
Yeah. What if
I like that.
What if instead of painting the comic, it's okay, we're gonna bring in a comedian and do the set, whatever, but the audience has to paint one of their jokes. Like essentially you're asking them to make you a sticker of one of your jokes. And at the end of it, you're like, oh, I'm going to sign the best one. Like, this is the best representation of my joke. Because you come home with, like, almost an Easter egg of your own. It's like, yeah, I went to a X show, painted this joke, and then that person then signed this because they thought it was their favorite.
But, okay, let me be the devil's advocate there. Then
Yes.
they'd focus a lot on that joke or painting that joke. And that's another thing.
I mean, they're focusing on one thing regardless, because I thought of that too.
You know, it might be an awful idea for a comedian to do comedy in front of painters, now that I think about it, because the painters are going to be so focused. Painting takes...
That's why I suggest the comic doing the painting, and at the end of the set,
I think that's even more complicated, because they have to talk while doing it.
Oh, you've never seen anybody talk and paint at the same time?
I could not do that.
You've never seen Bob Ross, you motherfucker.
Bob Ross
You've never
is a
seen
champion.
I'm
don't
saying-
put me in the same category.
It doesn't have to
as
be
as
the
Bob Ross.
It doesn't have to be the quality of a Bob Ross painting. Bob Ross paintings were great, not because he was super funny, but because the paintings were amazing.
And I heard he was hung like a horse.
Probably, man.
Bob Ross, more like Bob Seabiscuit, am I right?
I want to just sit in that for a minute.
I'm gonna sit on it.
Yeah, that's
Just sit on it.
that was a stinker, buddy.
Yeah. You know what? We got to
Again, no ideas are bad ideas.
Yeah. See, we all have ideas.
These are ideas.
We're idea guys.
Not a lot of them come to fruition. And
By
that's
the way-
okay.
Boy, are they coming in hot.
This is what we do. We're weeding out the bad
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
I still think, I guarantee you that you could find a bunch of comics out there that would be like, yeah, I'd try it. I want to see if I can do it. It's just like stand up on the spot or whatever. Like it's a different muscle. Like it's a different thing. You
How
know,
about-
it's like flex the... I know you don't want to do it.
No,
I am well aware.
Well, listen, I'm telling you. You're telling me your ideas. I'm telling you ideas. We're just going back and forth. I like the idea of you having a pre-thing on, because picture on the painting, because maybe it's just a coloring.
You sketched it out on the canvas,
it's a
right? You
color.
pre-sketched it out. So now what you're doing, I think that it wouldn't be hard to hold my paints like this, hold my brush here, talk to the crowd, and like I'm just shading. I'm just painting. You know what I mean? And maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes. The longer time you have, the longer you can, and you can take breaks and talk and stuff like that. And then you go back and you do a little bit more. And
Let's do this. Do you have a bit that you would throw away that you can just say right now, and you just draw me while you do that right now, and see if that even works? How far?
draw you.
Right? Yeah. Draw
But I
me.
wouldn't be drawing you. I would be drawing part of the bit. So I would already have an idea going in.
What are you laughing?
I'm not drawing you.
You should.
No.
Why not?
Because that's too. Because I don't know you like I know the bit. I know the bit. In my mind, I know how everything already looks.
I think you should.
But
draw me.
but something like you, like I would be like, I'd be
like
like,
one of your French girls.
I would
Eric.
have, I would have to stare at your face and be like, okay, his nose is kind of like
Okay.
this. But like if you were like draw one of your bits, I'd be like, oh yeah, well okay, the homeless guy looks like that, and then my shirt would be like this, and
Okay. I like the idea.
It's different.
I like the creativity behind it.
I still want to do so say we abandon this show and it doesn't work out, and you guys are like, well, let's be negative, I still think that it would be fun for the three of us to go do a sip and
Yeah, a paint and sip.
and record it, and then chop it up and put it out as like.
I think so. Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think
because it'd be us and like a bunch of moms
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
and
we
some
just be
elderly
riffing at the moms.
and like grandmas.
Who's gonna record it?
we could figure that
We're gonna
out.
get somebody to record
We can
it.
get some.
Bree. I think Bree would.
Bree would be great. I wouldn't mind having Bree sit in on it.
Yeah.
But it would be super easy to take these three cameras
She might
and
be too
set
good
them
at
up,
it.
pointing at us while we're sitting there painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
can't
I
be
have-
somebody who would do well.
Yeah.
I have tiny lapel mics that we can put on,
Yeah.
and we could all, just that record
Okay,
the audio
it's done.
from that.
That's a podcast episode. We're gonna do a paint and sip.
Okay, paint and sip.
Love it.
The best
The
paint.
best paint.
Yeah,
and sip.
who's the best painter?
Ooh, maybe that's a good segment for your podcast. Is start doing other stuff. Like let's see if
well,
you
yeah.
could be the best
The
paint
best
and sipper or
cheeseburger. The
Yeah.
best pizza.
yeah, and there's
Yeah.
just comics trying different
The
stuff.
best.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We heard this is the best cheeseburger, or we heard this was the best first date is a paint and sip. And
Yeah,
it's like, all right,
insert segments into each episode, like a little
Love it.
That's how you get
pre-filmed segment.
sponsorships.
Yeah, that's how you get some sponsors. See,
I tell you what, I am right now
sponsored.
up here.
Yeah, dude.
I need you guys to fucking come to my
Come
level
on,
right
dude.
now.
It's all about the sponsorships. I need brands. Sponsor me.
Oh yeah, but last week when I was like, "This is my sandbox, come play," and you guys
are
are
on
like,
another
"You were like,
level,
chill
dude.
out, bro." And now Clay is like,
physically, you are on. You are not
Literally.
on the same level as he and I.
I was ready to work. Okay, I was sick. I'm sick of wasting my
How long
life.
did you sleep after that?
Because you were dozing off right when we left.
No, I stayed up for the rest of the day,
Oh
and I didn't go to bed till 9:30 that night.
That's still.
I had
early in the
it was
day,
like a 40-hour day. Like it ended up being something, maybe not that long, probably like 38, something like that. But yeah, it was a.
That's not good, man.
No, I didn't say it was, but I had an epiphany, and I realized like I was just like I'm sick of wasting my life. I'm sick of begging for a spotlight. And I want let's create a spotlight
We need-
and
Sure.
point it where we want it.
And that starts with sponsors. Sponsors. So if we can find a sponsor for this podcast, who'd be the best sponsor? The best.
I mean Anheuser-Busch, right?
Yeah.
That would come
That'd
with
be the
some,
best.
but I kind of feel like Shane Gillis might have he might have their ear a little bit better than I do right now.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys
smidge.
are the same size, so
Yeah.
it's like, hey,
And I didn't quit
you are the St. Louis Shane Gillis.
I didn't quit the military, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
He didn't even quit the military. He quit military school.
All right. Let's not nitpick me shit talking the biggest comic in
I'm
the
just saying.
country right now.
I'm just saying. I was giving more credit to you.
I was just a jab. It's all right.
think
Now the entire internet's gonna come for me. Like,
Yeah. No,
you
I
could
don't-
never.
I
Like,
don't
I
think so.
probably. Who knows?
Yeah. So okay, so we have paint and sips.
Paint and sips.
We have the casino, the kazoos. That one's a really good one.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, let's go back to this. You're shitting on my paint idea, but your kazoo.
I mean, that one was definitely worse than his, for sure.
Okay, I think it would be so funny to have a room full of people with kazoos in their mouth while they're laughing. You know, the pops or the buzzes, whatever the fucking
People
thing
are also
makes.
drinking and eating in the middle of
They
all
don't.
this.
It's not tied to their face. You just gotta leave it on through the show. Like you can take it down if you don't
You
want.
can't say leave
But-
it on through the show and it's not tied to their face.
Yeah, because as soon
Those
as I
are
walk
two
in the room,
different things.
imagine, dude. No,
Clay, don't fuck with me right now.
Are you guys ready to have a good time tonight?
You're here. Yes, exactly.
Guys, how about a round of applause for the servers?
Hey, I got an idea. Why won't we have a comedy show where everyone just brings a gun? They fire it off whenever they feel like it. You feel like that was a good joke? Just go ahead and pop one off.
Come on.
We'll do a comedy club pop.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's Friday. You can do better than that.
That's a real pop. right
Actually,
there.
in downtown St.
That's-
Louis, no one would notice.
That's
you know?
a real pop.
That's a real
Yeah.
pop.
I think I bet I could get more people to come to a Guns All comedy show than I could a kazoo comedy show.
All right.
Yeah, I do.
Listen,
You're
if
not
you
gonna
like
believe
that
it.
idea, comment kazoo in the comments below. If you want the kazoo comedy showcase, just leave a comment. Kazoo. You're gonna see it's gonna be blowing up. The comments are gonna be full of kazoo. Kazoo memes, Kazoo words. Spell kazoo.
I think prop comedy shows.
Kazoo.
I have no idea.
It's Kazoo.
If you did it at the zoo, maybe.
Kazoo at the zoo? Show comedy?
Comedy kazoo at the zoo.
Comedy kazoo at the zoo.
So not only you are upsetting people, you're upsetting all the animals. Now you're just fucking triggering animals for no reason.
Guys, the penguins have stopped
Let
breeding.
me see how much worse I can make this show. You know what? Let's add a live koala bear to this
Let's
situation,
spook
or
'em.
a bunch of lions or monkeys for sure
Oh my
that are
god.
within an arm's reach of small children. Yeah.
Yeah. Try to be.
Why don't you just go here's one. Give everyone a dog whistle inside and see how many dogs show up to your show.
But here's the thing: you're not tied to the dog whistle. You can take it off if you
It doesn't
want.
matter. You can blow it whenever because nobody can hear it except for dogs. The minute you walk out, there's going to be a dog fight outside the comedy club.
The only ones that can hear it are dogs and liberal white women.
That's right.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
These are all good ideas.
Yeah.
These are all good ideas.
All right, so I got an idea for a sketch. I wanted to
Okay.
pitch you guys.
Wait, hold on. Clay hasn't given any ideas. You got any?
Listen.
You're just a consultant right now.
No, I just gave you two great ideas: dog whistle show and gun show. I guarantee you would outsell both of yours.
Dude, I got such a big pop the other night. Oh, yeah? Yeah, 12 gauge.
All right.
You think I could pull a gun show out in the county if I put
Yeah,
some
you
flyer
could.
up
You
in
could.
St. Charles County and be like, hey, you can bring your gun to this show. I'd sell it out in 2 days.
You don't even have to go to the county, man. You could go like 6 blocks from here, and there's already plenty.
That's fine.
Plenty of pops.
I do a
Plenty
city
of
show
pops.
and a county show. I can do monthly show.
Guys, just remember, keep it up. Keep it
Keep it up.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, sketch.
Sketch, I want to hear
Lay
it.
it on me.
Okay.
Love it.
So the idea is, imagine a modern day King of the Hill. You know how they all used to sit out in the back alley and drink beer or whatever, but we do it in the city. You know what I mean? And you can have different people come in and hang out. And instead of them all being like, yep, like that, we change it to the Midwest version of, well, like that. Where it's like someone throws out a premise, like something ridiculous, tries to get the others to laugh, and we all just sit there for a second. Like, well,
Yeah.
like that. And
What
it-
are other Midwestern expressions?
Could I?
Whoop.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Or
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Oop.
Oops. Sorry.
Oop. Let me squeeze right past you. Oh.
you could make it even more St. Louis and put it on the actual hill and just be all Italian. Be like, hey,
Oh yeah. More St. Louis. Oh my God.
king of the hill, and it's an Italian.
King of,
Love
yeah.
that. Love that.
That's
That's
funny.
good. Yeah, and you can post it on a bunch of St. Louis Facebook groups. Man, those are active. Have you ever been to the Dogtown Facebook group?
Yeah, so Facebook groups is one of the best free marketing tools
It's crazy.
on the internet.
It's crazy. Why don't we promote shows on that?
You know, Enzo, I have been asking
That's what
myself
Clay has
that.
literally been
I
saying for
don't-
15 months that I've known him.
I need to produce a show because I'd say a lot of things, but yeah.
Let's
But,
do it.
yeah,
I'm gonna
no.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it as soon
No,
as we get done
yeah.
with this. I'm not gonna
That's
leave.
it.
I'm not gonna leave this table until I post about this weekend's show.
Yeah.
And
you know who else? Matt Wayman does for South City
What?
Showcase.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm gonna do it for the comedy competition.
Shout out Mr. Wayman.
Shout out Mr. Wayman.
Matt
I feel like
Wayman.
that's such like his last name. Every time I think about it, for some reason, I think of like the guy from Everything Everywhere All at Once, Asian guy, Wayman.
Oh yeah,
You seen that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once?
fantastic film.
Buddy,
Can't
this is my
listen to
favorite movie. You gotta watch.
Get to your level last week, and then watch that.
Oh my God!
Watch that film.
You-
You will probably
Shit your pants.
that.
might.
Yeah, you may not.
I'm
we
all
may
right.
never hear from you again.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
My sandbox. My sandbox.
Hey, you're just mad you don't have a sandbox, all right? You're
No.
you look like you were
I-
born in a sandbox.
I'm telling you, man. I love the energy that you brought. It was just crazy.
It was such a departure from who
We know.
Oh,
you
yeah,
to be.
because I've been walking around like Eeyore for the past year and a half because every day I wake up and I have a million YouTube comments that are like, you're fat, you're gay, you're retarded. And I'm like, ugh, and you start to believe it after a while.
It could be hard to.
And then you have these
realize who we are.
breakthroughs where you're like, no, I'm doing it. I'm living my dream. Let's make stuff. Let's have fun. And I don't know, I just woke up and I was like, I'm going to be 35 this year, which means if I'm lucky, I'm halfway done. Let's cook. Let's do some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, I just got sick of wasting my life and I want to.
Now you're just kind of used to it.
By the way,
all right, I was just kidding. No, I really like the mentality because I'm a big self improvement, like self help type of guy. I'm always, if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah.
And it's a good realization. And last week it just came on hot and.
Yeah, you guys definitely got the blunt of it.
Yeah.
We were just not prepared. That's all.
No, you walked in expecting
it. Yeah. I'm like, hey, we're just gonna do
It's a little bit of a shock. That's all.
Pivot.
We were going to the top of a roof.
Yeah.
Outside.
And like 17-degree weather.
I was kind of demanding you. Like,
It's just like
come out here.
Like what's
Let
about?
me tell you
it's
my
just
story.
like we have to walk all the way to the edge of this rooftop right now. And it's like, well,
this is my sandbox.
yeah, like let's slow down a bit.
Yeah, it was just funny, but I love the energy. It was super
Yeah,
fun.
it was great.
I'm glad it happened because now we're doing this more frequently, and now we're having idea for shows, getting idea for sponsorships.
Kazoo show.
if that wouldn't have happened, you think Kazoo show would have taken off?
Zero chance. I don't think
Kazoo at the zoo with
they would
Enzo?
have a chance.
That's
in
so
the
many
world.
Z's
It's
in a
crazy.
flyer.
It's crazy. Literally, nobody has thought of that before.
It's so good.
It's crazy
It's-
that nobody has.
There's a
Yeah, it's
sarcastic
because everyone.
undertone that
No,
I
here's the
sense
thing. Several
that I don't
people
like.
have thought of that, and a bunch of other people went,
That's the
absolutely
yeah,
not.
That's the joke. It's crazy. Not a single person has ever tried to do that.
Listen,
Unbelievable.
everyone says it's a bad idea until it works. All right, we're gonna be sitting in there laughing our kazoo butt offs because
Joke's on you when you come and headline the paint showcase and you paint a picture of one of your bits and it sells for $1,200.
No one's paying $1,200 for
People pay absurd amount of money for art, especially bad art,
you could
because you
auction
know
it
what
off.
it is.
Yeah.
It's all tax deductible.
If you got the right person to do it, and it
It's
was a
tax
it
deduct-
was a quality painting. Like, I mean, Seth Rogen sells his dumb shit on the internet for like
that's
millions.
Seth
No, but I'm
Rogen.
saying it's in the same concept. I don't disagree that if you had an artist paint a comedian and then that comedian signed that piece of art, yes, you could sell
love
it.
that idea. Get a comedian.
That is literally.
Get an artist.
I think that idea has some actual legs behind it.
No, all right.
Okay, what if? Okay,
Again,
all right.
why
Hear
are
me
you
out.
dissing the kazoo?
Hear me out.
Yours is dumb.
Hear me out. Before, okay,
dumb.
let's tweak it. Before the show starts, the comics meet at the Sip and Paint. They paint a picture of one of their bits, and then that night they do their set, and at the end of the set, they reveal their painting from earlier.
Very fun.
And then they sign it, and anybody who wants to buy
Very
it can
fun.
buy it.
You know why that's fun is because who's gonna watch the paint and sip when we record it? When we record it, nobody's gonna be there to the comics. The comics are just riffing like our podcast idea. We're just gonna be riffing, and then we have a show that night, and that's a showcase. And then at the end, you showcase and then you make it into a big episode.
And then
with-
you guys, hey, make sure you follow us next week. We're going to put out the episode of when we painted these so you can watch, like,
love it.
it was fun. It was a good time. Yeah.
Super fun. All great ideas. Painting, kazoo, casino, like they're all just like really top notch.
3-course comedy.
3-course comedy. Yeah, 3-course comedy. That's just a restaurant.
No, by the way, it is, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I feel like it is a very realistic possibility that I will be doing several shows in this area in the near future.
I know
because
you are.
I've started,
Reaching out.
yeah.
Nice.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude,
our dreams, our highest, biggest possibilities of something that could happen is at the end of this. We just got to reach out to a couple of people, talk to them.
I got to stop looking at boobs for 20 minutes.
So many
If
boobs.
I can get away from the algorithm, I
Just
could really
kidding.
do
Yeah.
something with my life.
Oh my God. If you ever just pull up your For You page, I can't pull up a For You page unless I'm in private. Like, if
No,
you ever
my-
put your phone out to somebody, hey, let me get your Instagram, and your For You page is just like monsters and titties? Like, it's like, what is my...
It's definitely not monsters.
Wait, monsters with?
No, monsters
like,
and titties.
It's just monster
I
titties.
follow this page that tells me what monsters would look like in different countries if they existed. AI does it. Super
Oh,
sick.
yeah.
Love those.
Countries if they were animals and
Yes.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Your birth month is your ninja. I have that. Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. That's good content. Good quality content.
So mine is actually it's pretty mild right now. I do go through
Let's see.
and I have to like deselect all
just
of the
looking
like
at mine.
thirst traps and stuff. But then within 2 weeks they're back and I don't understand it.
Oh, okay. I'm good, pretty good too.
Yeah.
I literally have no boobs on my algorithm.
I got no boobs either. I got a bunch of dudes,
I have comedy
like
clips,
shirtless dudes.
Kentucky basketball highlights, and bulldogs.
I got a bunch of Dragon Ball Z stuff.
More bulldogs.
The more I scroll, it's definitely more boobs.
Yeah,
But,
I was about to say I'm about 3 scrolls down now, and
Dude,
it's like
I have.
it's
I
changed.
am I a good person?
No, you just wait till you get.
I don't
the
have
stuff out.
any.
There's Danny DeVito. Looks like guzzling milk. That's hot.
Yeah, that's cum for sure.
That's so,
Football highlights, Spider-Man game
Wow.
stuff,
you don't have a single boob. In your
food,
Single boob. In my
corgis,
algorithm. All right.
corgis, some
for me.
guns, stand-up
What's wrong with
clips. Yeah, I'm doing pretty
Dude, I
good.
don't like boobs.
I'm impressed by that. I thought it would be a lot worse because, man, there are sometimes it really pisses me off how much I have to go through and deselect and then it just
yeah.
like comes back, you know?
Bro, you're fiending. You're fiending. For
Yeah.
another
Are you gonna be
DC.
good, Clay? I know it's been like 20 minutes since your last Diet Coke. So
Dude, I
just-
know.
Fiending
This is
for
my
it.
one day to drink soda.
Today's
Just
the
with
day?
Friday?
No, it's just with you guys.
Sometimes I get-
Gives me an opportunity to do
Well,
it.
crazy-
No, I've been just trying to drink less soda because it's not good for you.
No.
And I'm not a big coffee guy either, which I think you guys both also know. So
By the way, I'd like to point out
Yeah.
nobody's asked, but I'm down 10 pounds. Thank you very much since
Wow.
last week.
nice.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What are you doing different?
Just making better choices.
All right.
Like,
Throwing up.
Diarrhea.
yeah, Ipecac, actually.
Yeah.
It's great.
What you got?
just
You
poop
got
and-
that bronchitis that guy's trying to prevent downstairs.
yeah, monkeypox. What was he saying?
I don't know. He's like, you gotta-
Tuberculosis.
oh,
He said they found
tuberculosis.
200 cases of tuberculosis in Kansas City,
So you have
and their
to
contract traced.
So you know what's good? Why don't you grab the pen that everyone else is grabbing
Yeah.
and sign it?
Let me just breathe right in your face here while I tell you about tuberculosis.
Yeah.
That's he's a good guy. I like him a lot.
is a good
but
guy.
he's a stickler for the rules.
That
man.
interaction,
Yeah.
he's like, "What floor is he on?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "What company's he with?" He's like, "He's by himself." He's got a big office. What's big? 30,000 square feet. Nah, he doesn't have that. It's like, I don't know then. It's like, okay, thanks. And then you came down.
Yeah.
But
I
What's his name?
Terrence.
Terrence.
Shout out Terrence.
shout out Terrence.
Terry P.
Terry P.
Dude,
Terrence
the
Peterson.
thin tear line, man. He's
Huh?
he's the only thing that stops the.
Thin tear line.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get that reference?
No,
Oh,
I know it's a military thing.
It is a Thin Red Line. It's a great movie.
Dead red line,
Thin Red Line.
thin red line. What did I say?
I don't know.
don't
That
know.
wasn't English.
That wasn't
Man, I
it.
tell you, English is tough sometimes. You
Yeah.
ever think about it?
I didn't know
about
you
it all the
spoke Filipino.
No, I sometimes I get stuck. I don't know if it's like dyslexia or it's like English being my second language, but sometimes I'll say words that it's just like that is not a
Is
word.
English your second language?
Do you
I didn't
ever?
know that.
Okay. Do you ever type something in your phone and even your phone's like,
Dude, you need give me more.
Yeah, get context.
Give me more.
It's like a spelling bee. It's like, could you use it in a sentence?
Speaking
What
of spelling bees, we should. Maybe we record that. You guys want to be part of a spelling bee?
No.
I'm doing a spelling bee February 22nd.
that might be my nightmare.
Yeah,
What?
I think it'd be very funny.
Where is the spelling bee?
At a friend's house, we're having a spelling bee.
Don't like the start of this.
No, it's good. It's like a whole thing. Like we bought like a spelling
It's just
bee.
like a friends gathering.
I also don't want to do math if that's.
All right, well, What else is there to do?
There's no math in a spelling bee.
No, I know, but I'm just
How
saying,
many
like,
letters are in?
So this is a gathering of your friends that we do not know.
That's how you meet people, Clay.
I'm not. No, I'm
Get
just.
out
I'm,
why do I feel like this is
I'm
like a
not
dinner
saying-
for schmucks
Yeah,
situation?
like, are you
where
so?
you're
Like,
it's,
are we?
fucking
Like,
idiots.
it's like, all right, in a
Hell
month,
cow.
in a month,
something about
we're gonna
this-
bring our dumbest friends
yeah,
here.
I'm gonna bring
and-
these fucking
Well, here's the
idiots
thing.
here.
I can't spell worth a shit either, so I'm the host.
So you're trying to bring dumber
No,
people
no,
in.
I'm not. I can't spell, so
Okay.
I'm not in the spelling bee, but I'm the host. So it's. I guess you guys. I didn't know if you guys were good or bad at spelling. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I'm terrible at spelling.
Yeah. Well, you're and math.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll put a maybe on it.
If you guys want. Well, you gotta.
Maybe on
Well,
it.
let me know
Oh my
because
gosh.
it's an actual like it's a pretty serious thing. People are
Speaking
training-
of-
What is how many people are in this?
I think about 12.
That's not serious.
What do you mean?
Can
You
we?
need at
12
least
committed individuals into an
for a
adult
spelling bee. That's not even a full 5th grade classroom size. You need at
we're not
least
going
30.
5th grade rules. This is a gathering of folks. It's gonna be fun. You guys think about it. Maybe we can record it, and that will be super fun. And that could be a podcast.
I will try it. I will try it. I don't have hope in it.
Okay.
I
I'll
have
see if I can get you
have
guys in.
more hope in your kazoo idea than your spelling bee.
So-
however,
Hey, can I throw a couple of ideas at you? That
How about you guys get handicaps? Like a spelling bee handicap. You get like two strikes.
Yeah, again, I feel like you're bringing us on to be ridiculed in front
Yeah.
of your smart friends.
Yeah.
listen.
Wear
When
the
I was
big
20
red shoes.
When I was 24 years old, I was convinced for about 2 weeks that of was spelled O-V. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I always think. Speaking of like kind of. I always every time I type it, it's Kinda. Because I thought it's kinda. It's not. It's kind of.
But that's acceptable. Everyone would be like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Or
But of, try putting of, United States of America, United States
that's
OV
never fucked me
America.
up.
People are like, what is
Of?
OV of? Because you're not saying of, you're saying of. It's a v noise.
I mean,
I was gonna make a shirt
Yeah.
that said "Get the F out of."
very funny.
It's merch.
Very funny.
Clay,
Clay.
get him a
Clay-
Diet Coke, everybody.
Clay is like the mediator because it's like sometimes we got some ideas and he's like still like very business oriented. It's like, man, that won't work. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm very, very bad, as you guys are probably. I'm very bad at hiding my facial expression,
Yeah.
which is
Like the other night
But
when
that
we were
wasn't
around the
that was-
like when we were around the campfire the
Yeah,
other
that
night
was
at
bad.
Platypus, it was so hard to watch Clay like trying to like.
Well, I had been. It was a weird night because I had to do the riff thing, which threw me off. So like, I had started drinking too, which did not help. Yeah, and it was just a really sad conversation amongst friends.
Yeah.
It's just like, I
But
was
somebody
really
they
sad.
started. There was at one point this person was towards the end or what we thought was the end, and then a new like segued into a new thing, and as soon as they did that, Clay goes. Like that, like the most audible sigh ever, and he even like looked at his feet for a second, kind of like, "Come on!"
Some people are really going through it right now, and
you don't want to hear it.
A lot of
no,
people,
not that. It's just like,
but yeah, part
it's
of that.
Part of it's like
I'm
you'd rather
ready.
hear happy things, but it's just like also just like sometimes you just don't have the answer for people.
Or
Do
the
you ever
energy.
get that where you ask somebody like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" and they actually answer?
Yeah.
Like, well, actually, it's not great, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, no,
Shit.
no."
I didn't want to.
Next time, say everything's good and shut
yeah.
the fuck up.
Yeah, just be like, "Great."
Yeah, like what is a simple no would have sufficed. But
That's what I like about Rick. Every time you ask, like, "Hey, how was your day?" Best day of my life so far. He just says that, even if it was terrible. Like there are days where he works. Like he'll open up at Katie's, have to be in at 7 a.m., work till like 4, then go over to Smashham's Burgers from 5 till 1 a.m., not get home until 2:30, you know,
do it all again the
and then
next
do it
day.
again the next day. And you're like, how was your day? He's like, best day of my life.
this is another day above ground.
That
Yeah.
might be like.
That's-
that
I mean,
might be
that's his whole-
psycho.
No, Rick lives the way life should be lived.
He does. I think he kind of has the code cracked a little
Yeah.
bit. because he's so free.
He's so free and mysterious.
Yeah, and it's like everything you bring up. So he's not one of those people that would be like, well, when I was doing that, he doesn't brag about stuff. But if you bring up a subject, he'd be like, well, I went to school to be a carpenter for a little bit. And you're like, what? And he's like, yeah, I could help you build this table if you want me to. And you're like, what the
if you had told me like, oh, Rick's a black belt in Taekwondo and also lived for 6 years in Saudi Arabia, I would have been like, yep.
He was you guys know he was a Tibetan monk for a little bit, right? Like that. It's like, really?
You guys know he was there the day that Kennedy got shot. Like everything you would tell me about him, and I know very little about the man.
He would just be like, no, I wasn't there, but I carried the gurney into the hospital.
Really you're like, what? That killed Osama bin Laden. He was the guy.
The guy.
He's the one that pulled the trigger.
No, unfortunately, get ready for this.
Yeah.
He'd be like, actually, I'm not. I am Osama.
Yeah, I am.
You're like, wait, what?
Pulls off the mask.
Rick killed a guy.
Oh man.
What is this podcast about? The best?
The best.
The best?
Yeah, we were just, I don't know. You want to do a couple questions?
No, I'm just messing.
Sometimes that sparks.
Just messing on the best.
No, that's messing on the best.
Sometimes
a good time. The best time, maybe.
I want to throw this out here.
Yeah.
I came up with this. Which endangered animal do you think would taste the best?
Ooh.
I'd fucking love.
What's the one on the bottom right?
That is called a tapir. I looked it up. It is like a pig. Yeah. It's like a pig and an elephant had a baby. Ooh. Because they have an elongated snout a little bit.
Real good.
And it can like flip up and stuff. But it's based. What's that?
You put butterflies?
I didn't put butterflies. I Googled endangered animals, and this is the photo that Google
What's the one on the top right? Is it a fish?
That is, I believe it is a school of fish similar to a tuna.
Oh, then I'm picking fish because that's probably the most edible out of all of them.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fish guy. I think
the pig and the fish. I mean, a butterfly, you could eat now.
Yeah.
No, butterflies are the worst answer. They're tiny. They're nothing. They're like Cheetos. You would grab them by the handful.
That's why I'm not picking
and just chomp on
that's
them.
Not my pick. I'm saying.
Have you guys ever had crickets?
Yeah,
yes.
Delicious. Barbecue seasoning. Yeah. I think that walrus, you could probably do some type of like pork belly situation. You ever had like burn in
pig?
Yeah, same with that. You could slow smoke that, ribs, everything.
You could smoke.
But like a tiger and a gorilla, too tough. Like the meat would be
you'd have
too muscular. Yeah,
you'd have to chew on it.
You'd have to. Well, bear I've had before.
Yeah, I've had bear before.
And it just tastes really gamey, and you have to like smoke the fuck out of it.
Panda or polar bear would be, let's face it, it'd be unseasoned. Right, it's the whitest of the bears. But
panda is going to be
delicious. Szechuan panda, General Tso's panda. I would eat all of that.
Have you heard of Panda Express?
It's all just
it's
panda.
Delicious. That's why they're endangered. That business took off. I did like your joke about
dude. I could
at Panda Express.
I could not believe. So the Panda. Did you see that?
I saw it. Very funny.
Panda Express. Their recruiting slogan for like their professional network is "Come walk with us."
WOK.
And WOK, like a walk. And again, when you say that normally, it's totally fine. When you say that in a Chinese accent, it's very bad, and you're no longer allowed in Panda Express.
Yeah.
But I was just like, how had no one in their public relations department been like,
because there's
let's think about this for a minute.
There's no Asians involved in Panda Express. Okay, have you ever walked in there? That's why I sent you that message, and I was like, when I'm in Panda Express, I try to speak the chef's native language, but my Spanish isn't very good.
Yeah, you ask a Panda Express employee where they work, it's like Panda Express.
Panda
Express.
Panda Express.
But I don't know. I was dying laughing. I probably look like a psychopath.
Oye, panda.
Panda Express.
Oye, por favor, dale el panda, por favor. Gracias.
Sí, pollo y rice.
Pollo y rice.
Pollo y rice. Pollo y arroz.
Arroz con pollo.
Arroz con pollo.
You always say, I don't know. I don't have a rule for that.
Last night I went to...
Pollo de naranja? Orange chicken?
Orange chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken of the orange. Yes.
Chicken of the orange.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's so funny because you said it accurately and it still doesn't make sense.
It's Pollo de
Naranja.
naranja.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have to switch it. But
You have to put it at the modifier at
but
the end, right?
also in English, it doesn't make sense. Orange chicken. I mean, it is.
It's orange sauce.
It's just orange,
And it looks
It's
orange.
sugar chicken. You ever heard of the?
Yeah.
I would eat it more if it was called sugar chicken.
It's so
It's
good.
it's so good.
I don't know what they do specifically there,
Carne de Mongolia.
but it is like I like orange chicken, and I like mom and pop spots all the way.
Speaking of,
But like
Best Chinese food in St. Louis. That's a good
I'll
question.
tell you.
Oh,
But finish what you were saying, Clay.
corner 9 is the answer to that.
I'll tell you the best.
Have you had Bo Fung?
No.
It's fantastic.
The best Korean restaurant in St. Louis, bro. Cafe Ganadera. Cafe Ganadara. I don't know how you say the last name. I think I'm saying it right.
Korean food?
Korean food. It is
And it's
so
called
good.
Ganadara?
Yeah, that's it.
Cafe Gundam?
It's on Hampton.
What?
It's so good. It is so good. They have this chicken bowl that you get. It's like they serve you an entire chicken. It's a fried chicken. And it's with yum sauce, bro.
Anything
Bruh.
with yum sauce
It's
is
so good. You can have
So nice, they named it twice.
yeah. It is so good. If anybody gets a chance to go there, check it out. And it's a really like local spot. Like the owner sometimes there and brings their little kids and they're just running around being shitheads.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is how you can tell if it's going to be good Chinese food. When you walk in, if there's a kid sitting at a table
Doing
with
homework.
no shoes, doing homework,
Yeah.
you're like, this is about to be great.
Yeah.
If the
Turkish
pictures on the
place-
menu are faded a little bit,
Yeah.
you're like, hell yeah, let's go, dude.
The Turkish place on Hampton is like that too. I can't remember the name of it, but the last time
My
I went
mother's
in there,
mustache.
yeah, the last time I went in there was a little
Is
kid
that-
sitting
Wah,
playing
wah.
Nintendo DS at the bar, and I was like, this is it. I know this is
my
gonna be
place.
fire.
Oh, since I'm going to Korea, you guys should look up some foods that I should try in Korea.
Do you
Bulgogi.
follow?
Bulgogi.
You need to have every meal at a gas station.
Oh, no.
Every meal.
Okay.
Korean gas stations are the best.
Speaking of, I'm doing a freaking motorcycle tour in Vietnam,
Of course you are.
buddy.
Yeah, I never know what is like. You are the
you
most
licensed?
random
Are
human
you
being.
licensed to drive a motorcycle, or is it like a moped?
It's I think it's like anywhere between like 50 to 100 cc moped. So
And where?
So
and where
okay,
is this?
back
that
up. You're not doing a motorcycle tour. You're doing a moped tour.
Bro, it's a motorcycle, all right. Here's my thing. If you have to change gears, it's a motorcycle.
If you can wear flip flops, it's not a motorcycle.
Yeah. If you can wear flip flops and have your entire family in the back, it's
Excuse
not
me.
a
I
motorcycle.
was about to say, have you ever been to India? Because they have motorcycles and they wear flip flops and board
No,
shorts.
I think it's more of a high powered moped. I think it could, but it has to be. It has to have.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's a Segway or a bird scooter.
It's like a 5-day thing. It's just like we're going from like town to town in.
It's like a horse.
It's just a donkey.
Like they just, hey, everybody tie off your moped. Make sure it doesn't wander off.
Click.
It has a kazoo in its butt. That's the only like sound that it makes.
Okay. All right.
Bringing it back, baby. Kazoos
You
never
should
die.
start selling that for merch.
Kazoos?
Kazoo.
Probably get it
kazoo.
for cheap, yeah.
Yeah,
because
a
nobody
couple
wants them.
cents. I'm telling you. You go, maybe when I go to Asia, I'll pick some up.
How about this? You write an hour of clean material. You do an all ages show. You sell the kazoos to the kids on the drive home. They annoy the shit out of the parents.
Yes. No, just give it to them.
Yeah.
Make the parents be so pissed that they just like, we're never watching that guy again. But yeah, no, I am. So it has to have some kick, the moped, because it has to go up mountains. Because it's
Sure.
like, a 50cc moped's not gonna
That's what they tell you, I bet.
do it.
Your life is wild, man.
Yeah, your life is sick, honestly.
It's wild.
So when do you leave on this world tour?
March 1st. March 1st will come back May 7th. We're going to
60 days.
Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Nepal, and then stopping at Colombia for a wedding and then coming back.
You'll be here every Thursday, though, right?
Yeah,
but you're still
Okay.
gonna meet.
I'm still gonna be.
Still gonna meet.
I'll fly in.
Yeah, for sure.
Meet you guys every Thursday.
You should zoom in at least.
Yeah.
For your
Oh my God! Just FaceTime me.
Listen, you're still riding your 1 minute
It'll be
a
the
week,
middle
right?
of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. committed. This is my sandbox.
Commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit. No, yeah, it's gonna be. It's literally 12 hours from here. It's like a 12-hour time. It's a 14-hour flight, but it's a 12-hour time difference.
Yeah.
It is kind of crazy.
Well, if we could meet at 10 a.m., 9 a.m.,
Yeah,
we
10
could
p.m.
still
I'll be
FaceTime you real
fucking
quick.
Hammered off sake, whatever they drink. They drink sake, right?
I mean, it depends what country you're talking about,
Yeah.
but yeah. You could be right.
You're going to multiple stops.
Yeah. If you're talking about Japan, then you nailed it. But if
Yeah.
you're talking about
Yeah, you know.
Antarctica, yeah, swing and a miss.
Yeah, because they're both Asian. Antarctica, you ever see those Asians? Crazy.
They're penguins. That's when we find out Enzo can't tell the difference between an Asian and a penguin.
Go to Asia. Why are there so many penguins?
You go to the zoo and you're like, God, why do they? This is unethical. Let them out, man. Is this why we invaded Vietnam? Like,
I didn't know Asians liked it so cold. Right?
yeah. Plug your fiance's stuff. You never talk about
Travel Light Adventure Duo. That's her. If you want to follow us in our journey in Asia, you can follow us at Travel Light Adventure Duo.
Travel Light Adventure Duo. For those of you that
Travel Light Adventure Duo.
Travel Light Adventure.
Yeah, because we always.
you also just hold up the back of your phone because there's a giant sticker that
Bye-bye.
Travel Light Adventure Duo.
Yeah, we do group trips, and that's why we get to travel so much because we're not just traveling. We're trying to make content, but we do group trips, and that's where we're going on a Pollo to do Mount Everest Base Camp. That's the main reason we're going over
That'd
there.
be sick.
But we've never been over there.
Bucket list item.
And we got a nurse to rent the top of our house. We're gonna get another nurse to rent the bottom of the house, so our mortgage is gonna be covered. Her mom's gonna watch our dog, so our expenses are gonna be minimum. And over there, it's pretty cheap. So really, we paid our flight with points completely. So it's like we did this really well.
All right,
Nice.
so comedy showcase on Mount Everest, and every 1,000 feet there's your next comic,
Yeah.
and you have to hike up to each one. How about that?
Yeah, right.
But everybody has kazoos.
Every comic
can't
will give
forget
you a
the
new
kazoo.
kazoo.
Yeah.
Every comic
check-
will
That
give
way,
you no.
that
Every
way when you
comic.
get to the top, you can blow all of them together and it'll be loud enough to
You know
hear
what?
at the bottom.
At the end of every comic set, he hands you an oxygen tank so you can make it to the next comic.
I'm gonna purchase a kazoo and I'm gonna tie it to my backpack when I'm hiking Mount Everest Base Camp, and I'm gonna just show you guys how funny it is, just blowing the kazoo.
I can't wait to see
We
it.
should,
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you a lot.
yeah. You'll miss these ideas.
I will.
I'll tell you that.
I-
These are hot. Good thing we recorded it because I couldn't type that quick, man, because they're coming in so hot. So many good ideas.
Well, we're gonna have to find it. Clay, you and I are gonna have to find a replacement.
Yeah, for
That sucks.
2.5 months.
We need a Brown.
Who would you recommend on the scene to be your replacement?
Ooh, that's gonna be some thinking.
Well, we need somebody that's gonna actually like take it seriously. Well, as serious as kazoo shows and show up and stuff.
And they have to be Italian.
Okay, well,
They have to be Italian.
so it doesn't have to be. It's just an Italian
It's
guy.
just Sam
Yeah.
Catanzaro.
It could literally be anybody. You just have to be Italian.
How about that? Does you guys just sit here and talk about jokes, huh? That's fucking my accent.
King of the Hill.
King of the. Oh,
Oh,
what is that?
bada, bada boo.
Bada bing. You just go in there, bada bing, bada boom, all done, baby.
What is it? Why is it so different? Because you're Italian,
Yeah.
but you're so different from East Coast Italian.
'Cause
Like
I'm not
New
a
Jersey,
douchebag.
New Jersey Italian is like, it's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really. So I'm Italian, but I grew up in Venezuela, and so like
Venezuela.
I'm more Hispanic than anything. My background is Italian. Everybody in my family is Italian, but we all grew up in Venezuela, so we don't have like, my and this, that, and the other. It's just kind of like I'm 25% Venezuelan, but that's what I grew up around. Yeah.
You don't have gabagool. You have la gabagool.
La gabagool.
La gabagool.
Yeah.
Or as they say,
Or as they say,
la gabagool.
La gabagool.
La
Yeah.
gabagool.